Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you. I appreciate your continued support, you guys, coming and watching the videos, your likes, your subscribes, and hanging in there with me. So we are doing Taurus now. So Taurus. Okay, I've switched the decks. I was getting some shadow work, deep stuff with Aries. I feel like right now we're all being asked to look deeper, deeper, and deeper, and really feel what our souls are trying to say to us. And in that, not hide it, not reject it, but to use it to help those around us. Sometimes it's hard to speak from that place. We keep it protected for our own gain, our own survival, our own strength. But I feel it's important right now that we are doing that for each other. So we're going to see what comes out for you guys. I'm going to get a drink real quick, but thank you, Spirit, for your guidance, protection, and unconditional love. I appreciate, and I'm grateful for all known and unknown, seen and unseen, divine energy guiding, allowing, and protecting us as we receive these messages with an open heart and mind. I pray these messages of healing and protection reach those who need them and those who will fully embrace and express their own divine energy for the highest and most loving good as we walk on the path of love, healing, and redemption. Oh, may your healing light touch, taint, and transmute all darkness with understanding and love and faith in the holy light of love. Amen. Okay, so Taurus, let's go ahead and get a couple of these main energies here. Partnership. Co-create, collaborate, support, and union. And the Magician. Uncertainty on the bottom. Self-doubt, discomfort, and ambiguity. Step into the unknown. Okay, there's something here, something with partnerships, relationships, entanglement, collaboration, being a supportive part of something here, or being supported by somebody in your situation. The Magician, the focused, empowered creativity, being resourceful and manifesting, creating something with another. Okay, that's the energy of those two cards. Nice, okay. Self-doubt, discomfort, and ambiguity. We're going to keep that one down here at the bottom. That moon energy, it's coming through really strong today. I didn't even check, but I want to say we're probably coming up on a new moon, I think, but I'll have to check. I wish I would have checked that, but that's okay. All right, so we got some uncertainty, some unknowing about something happening in respect to a partnership, a relationship, maybe a union of some sort. Maybe not knowing what's being created, also what's happening, or what parts you're playing in it, or another. The Magician, it's really trying to manifest something here. Something's trying to happen here within a union in your life or a partnership. And it's all kind of unknown, uncertain right now. And that can be a really uncomfortable place to be energetically when we are dealing with wanting to make something happen and it just feels or seems to be not happening. So we're going to get more on that energy. We are going to start with the Lantern Oracle, which is one of the new ones I've just pulled. And this oracle is about illuminating shadows to empower yourself. Okay, so let's see what comes out. And when we can feel very disempowered when we don't know things. That's what, humans are so good at wanting to know things. Our curiosity and our seeking to know things. So we feel more empowered. So we feel more secure and stable in our earthly positions. Let's see. Accountability. Accountability. Responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. Taking accountability for something here, taking responsibility, carrying that burden of knowing that if there's a job that to be done, or if there's something you're responsible for, or you need to do, or you need to act on, you do it, no matter how heavy the weight is on your back. She's carrying a basket of rocks on her back. This is very 10 of Wands energy. It's still carrying a lot here, needing to put down that, but only after. You're only allowed to put this down after you have achieved your part, your responsibility. You've done your part. So this is feeling like maybe you're not sure what your part is, or you're trying to do your part, or you need to do your part. Any one of those three. This is a general message, but taking accountability, being responsible, doing something for another, even though it's putting weight on your back, doing the right thing from a loving place, even though it's heavy. So that is the message I'm getting with that card. Let's go ahead and get one of these. I'm wondering how much longer you have to possibly can carry or will carry this is the question here. For me, as a reader, I'm looking at this going, how long has this taken just to get here? And where are you going with this? What are you going to build with these stones? Stones you're carrying that could possibly be put to use and are going to be put to use for something bigger. Growth. Some kind of growth. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and read this accountability card. When we take responsibility for our choices, we gain integrity and the right relationship with ourselves. Optimally, our decisions are conscious ones made with consideration for the likely consequences to all involved. However, this is not always the case. In life, we learn as we go, as we become aware of more beneficial ways to handle ourselves, others, and life. We do so accordingly. We maximize our chances of this when we remain open to addressing any damage or ill feelings that arise towards ourselves and others. When we can accept constructive feedback and are open to alternative points of view on our behavior, opinions, understandings, and choices, we become enriched, more aware, and better equipped to deal gracefully with whatever life confronts us with going forward. Being approachable and okay with being called out on our less than finest moments results in bridges being built instead of walls. So we're trying, the energy I'm getting is these stones and these burdens that you could be carrying are things maybe you need to acknowledge you're carrying them for a reason, to build something, a connection, a bridge, not to throw at people, if that makes sense. I'm getting that, don't cast, when you live in a glass house, don't cast stones when you live in a glass house. That's a message coming through. And looking at your part in things, in this union or relationship, and what you can do to make something, build something new here, or make something new happen here, even though you're feels very unsure about how to put these stones down, how to put these rocks down. The refusal to acknowledge our flaws and imperfections that show up in moments of poor discernment and behavior thwarts our growth and inner harmony. The work required to address our shortcomings can trigger challenging feelings of failure, insecurity, denial, anger, and resentment. fear, self-loathing, and shame. When we do not work through these uncomfortable emotions, they have the potential to keep us stuck. So these are representing those responsibilities to yourself and to others about owning not only our flaws, but that's a very important part of this energy. If we are in denial or we reject that we are carrying anything, that anything is, I don't want to even say wrong, just that we're human and we have the same flaws and the same hang-ups as everybody else, we'll never be able to take them off. We'll never be able to put them down. We'll never be able to build anything stronger or better with them. We'll just keep carrying them, and it'll just keep weighing us down, and it'll keep slowing us down from achieving our goals. And in this case, it looks like some kind of collaboration and support in a union that you could be wanting to support or be more supportive in, create something new in a relationship or some kind of situation in your life. And it's important to acknowledge the chips on your shoulder and the rocks on your back. We are all imperfect. We all, if we're honest with ourselves, we go through this denial, this denial that I'm carrying all this for everybody else, when really deep down we know we're carrying it for ourselves, our own growth, and our own connections, so we can have stronger, better, more authentic connections in our lives. The work required to address our shortcomings can trigger challenging feelings. I did read that. These feelings, insecurity, shame, there could be something here you're carrying, and you don't know how you're going to put them down. You don't know how you're going to talk about them. You don't know how you're going to share this or create something good with this. To embody the profound truth that there is nothing to feel ashamed of when we experience an uncomfortable learning curve frees us to take responsibility and release ourselves from the stuckness that otherwise ensues. And the reason, and it doesn't mean we don't feel shame. We do. When we mess up, when we make bad choices, when we lie, when we've done the things that are unhonorable or don't have integrity in our lives, even if we didn't speak up and say the right thing at the right time for somebody or something in our lives, we have a bit of shame about that. We are human. This is really saying you're human. If you grow and learn from it, the shame should not come with that. Only the growth. And we did get the growth, the plants. It's planting new seeds. It's growing new things in your life. But it is uncomfortable to say these things. Say, hey, I have been a cheater. I've been a liar. I've been a thief. I've been a drug addict. I've been abused. I've been an abuser. I have done it. I don't want to say all, but I've done a lot that I'm ashamed of. I've done a lot that makes me feel unworthy. But I know I am, because I've worked very hard carrying that and trying to build with those things. Not just carrying it, but taking it with me to build my bridges, build my bridges up, build my path forward. There's a lot that goes into us being human and having our lives, and there's a lot of regrets, there's shames, there's all kinds of things that go with being human. But that is nothing to be ashamed of, because we are human. This is part of evolution. This is part of growth. This is part of us being the creatures we are. So understanding that from that perspective will help you realize that this is just part of our growth and our process, is realizing, hey, these things come along with the territory of being human. Do other animals feel guilty when they have multiple partners? No, they do not. We do. It's a human thing. We have human feelings, okay? And those human feelings are some of our biggest milestones and stepping stones to create really, really good animal energy within us. Good creatures. We can be very good creatures. It also can be the downfall of us. To think we don't have a higher standard for ourselves is a lie. We do. We have a higher standard for our humanity. We have a higher standard for our growth. We don't just stop at, okay, that like where we've been. We keep wanting to grow past those points. We want to grow past prejudice. We want to grow past hate. We want to grow past narrow-mindedness. We want to grow past judgment. We want to grow past ourselves as we know ourselves from our past. And the only way to do that is by taking a step forward and realizing where we're at today and how we can grow past even those uncomfortable feelings today. We're going to grow through those feelings of shame and self-loathing, guilt, not feeling good enough, not feeling strong enough, not feeling loving enough, not feeling pretty enough, not feeling everything enough. But yet we feel so much. So how can we say we don't feel enough when we feel it all? That's, it's kind of making me emotional talking about it, but it's just to embody the truth that there's nothing to feel ashamed of when we experience an uncomfortable learning curve. It frees us to take responsibility and releases us from ourself and our stuckness. Life gets easier and infinitely more beautiful and warm the second we accept that we, like everyone else, are humanly imperfect, and that this is it's a perfectly acceptable thing. Humans are humans. People are people. We can accept, I've done this, I'm not proud of any of this. That's why I've grown through it. That's why I'm where I'm at today. We can look at our history as a nation, as a species, and say, wow, man, I don't like people. Man, people are so mean. Man, people are cruel. Man, why are people so rotten? Then we can look today and go, well, if we weren't that, we wouldn't have learned from that. Okay? We go through things to learn, you guys, and we go through things to grow. And it's not easy for everybody to accept that either. But that's the truth. That's my truth. Amends and compassionate acceptance over our and others' flaws and imperfections heals and strengthens all parties involved. It is also a way to deepen the bonds between ourselves and others. Those stones, those very real, physical, heavy things that happen in our lives, like those rocks she's carrying on her back, are the things that can be gifts. They can make us stronger. They can be gifts to others and ourselves. Our lessons, our failures, our shames, our guilts, our experiences, and most importantly, our growth is a gift for ourselves and others and our species as a whole. The featured mother ensures us that the things we wish we had not done or had approached differently are gifts. Isn't that a hard one to swallow? Isn't it hard to say, I did these awful things, and I made awful decisions, and I hurt people, and I hurt myself. Are gifts. I've been doing this for a long time, you guys. And I think that's one of the hardest things spiritually to accept. Is that these hard things are gifts. They're gifts to make us stronger. They're gifts to make us more loving. They're gifts to make us more understanding. They're gifts to make us more compassionate. We will not feel them as gifts if we are not feeling the growth that came from those things that made us feel less than. So there is a gift in this, whatever this is, and it's making you stronger, whatever this is. They are necessary. All these heavy, burdensome things in our lives are necessary for learning and teaching us how to do things differently as we move forward. Teaching us that, man, that did not feel good. That made me feel like a piece of shit. That made me feel horrible. I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing this again. We learn from those heavy things we go through. It's a very human journey. We're on a very human journey here together. They are also what makes us increasingly compassionate and understanding of others and their actions. We are not our mistakes, but what we do with them. Let that sit for a second. We are not our mistakes. We are what we do with them? Do we continue denying them? Do we continue carrying them, hiding them? Or do we take them off of our backs, put them out in front of us, and build a bridge to connect with other humans that are also just as human as we are, and show them, look, I got mine on my back. Here's what I got. What? That's a connection, okay? We can disconnect ourselves and say, I don't have any of that. I don't have any stones to contribute to this bridge to connect me to humanity. I don't have any rocks to put on this path, but you do. You do, and I feel like Spirit's strongly coming through and saying, put those stones on the path with everybody else. You have just as much to contribute, your truth, your failures, your honesty, to put on this path as everybody else. And to connect you to something here. Maybe a partner. This is very... I love that. We are not our mistakes, but what we do with them. All of our past choices can be used to help us grow into the truth of ourselves. They help us identify what is aligned with our spirit self in the less obvious places. Accountability is an act of self-love, compassion, and acceptance that benefits everybody, benefits all. Taking accountability, standing up and saying, I did that, but I've learned. And I'm a different person. I'm a better person for it. Because I can look at that and go, that's not who I want to be, or that's not what I want to do with my emotions. That's not what I want to do when I feel weak or vulnerable or sad. This is what I want to do. I want to have that healthy connection with myself and those around me. And I need to take accountability for the times I haven't in order to have that now today, and to show and experience and show what that's all about, what the whole foundation of all this previous stuff that I've carried. Or what is it today, for me today, and you today, that stuff is not all bad. It's not all a horrible, unrelatable experience in my life. It's very relatable. And it's very important that I have went through these things, and I have experienced these things, so I could see things and feel things in a different way than I did, so I could grow in to be a more authentic, better version of myself. And so I can honor my flaws, so I can honor my humanity, because I'm human. And so I can speak right now and say, I've been so ashamed to be human. And Spirit's saying, don't be ashamed that you're human. Don't be ashamed that you're a learning, growing, evolving human being who has feelings and who has maybe had to learn a lot through this very filling journey. But it's important. It's important for building these bridges. It's important for building these connections. It's important for strengthening our bond with our humanity and each other and their humanity. That's the message I'm getting. Thank you, Spirit. However, the most important person to be accountable to is yourself. Be honest with yourself right now, Taurus, and I feel like this can be for everybody right now. It can be helpful to develop the habit of checking in with yourself each day by asking, what am I doing and why? What am I doing and why? What have you done today? Every other day of the week, did you do something different than you did today? And today, what did you do and why? Those are really important questions to ask yourself. If so, if they are aligned with your values, if you're aligning with your values and your truth and your heart, then move on, proceed, go on about your day. If not, ask yourself, is there another way? A way that feels good and true for me to continue? Or does this behavior, thinking, situation, or person need to go? Do I need the perspective of someone who knows better and is more experienced in this area? Mother's message. When you are accountable, you stand empowered, confident, and with integrity. When you are accountable. That is true. That takes me back to something I always say, and it's until we own our mistakes and our bad choices, we don't take credit for any of that. We blame everybody else for our bad choices, our failures, our flaws. We blame whatever. We blame everything. We blame politics. We blame religion. We blame our parents. We blame everybody in the world besides the fact that we have free will and we can choose to say, I'm not going to let this define me. I'm not going to let this make me who I'm not. Who I'm not. I'm not going to let this define me. I got to take accountability for all of the bad stuff. I got to be honest with myself so I can connect, so I can gain a higher understanding of this process with myself. And therefore, I can be way more compassionate and understanding and empathic when it comes to dealing with others and their burdens and their flaws and their things that they're carrying. So I can have a stronger connection. Very human connection. That is a strong message, Taurus. All right, let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Let's just pull a few cards here for you guys. Where are you at? Well, we got two things here. 10 of Cups and 9 of Cups. Wow, abundance, attainment, contentment, satisfaction. There's something here that feels really good. You may not be feeling very good about it, though. There's something here that looks really good. That one. And this one. And this one. Let me pull the cards. And definitely this one. This one. This one. What's on the bottom? The 9 of Rings. And this, in the pre-shuffle, before you guys' readings, I also got the 9 of Rings. This is feeling that I'm doing, and I'm going to continue to do whatever it takes to bring me comfort, contentment, abundance. I'm working hard on me, on myself, on my matters, my garden, my environment. Let's see what else we got here. The King of Swords. Oh, the red. So this is being very, very, very focused on being happy, on trying to be happy, content. Let's see here. Wow. 10 of Rings. 8 of Wands. Chariot. Ace of Rings. And the Lovers. Wow. Okay. So the 8 of Wands is at the top of the reading. And this is about messages. This is about communication. This is about movement. Whew, this is about fast, making mental, and we got the King of Swords at the bottom here, which is that mental focus. Focus, very strong mental focus. Being very specific about the thoughts you're having. The way you're seeing them, the way you're experiencing them, being very intelligent, knowing what is not the truth and what is the truth, seeing things very clearly, and making progress in this area. You're getting a lot of information, a lot of downloads, as I like to put it. It's stuff that's helping you become more aligned with your happiness, your abundance, and emotional stuff. So. I'm feeling like a lot of mind stuff here happening to help you understand, intellectualize your emotional contentment, your emotional body, your emotional environment. When we got the Chariot, and this is definitely using all of your power, all of your will, all of your strength to move forward with something here and continue to mentally and physically move forward on something here. There's this want for this new fresh beginning. Success in the physical success. Understanding that you got something here to build on, a foundation, a new physical stability within yourself. And I believe this involves your mind and your matter and your emotions. It's kind of what's been being worked on here. And we got the Lovers. Something coming. It's like you're working on right now, intellectually understanding the messages, the feelings, and somehow trying to align this and understand this and see how this is, not even see, like feeling a drive to move forward with what you're coming to terms with right now. There's a feeling of wanting to move forward with something here, a complete, like a happiness, a satisfaction, realizing there's a lot of peaceful thoughts and a lot of peaceful things that can come into your mind that can leave you feeling content too. You may be gaining a lot of peace and contentment emotionally by calming your mind about certain things. This could have something to do with a relationship. We got the Lovers. We got the union partnership up here. We got harmony. I feel like you do want a new foundation, a new foundation, a fresh beginning. And you want that beginning to begin with love, the feeling. So you've been intellectualizing a lot and aligning a lot of these spiritual energies and mental energies to try to have this kind of contentment emotionally with yourself, your environment. And how do you take that forward? Are you looking for a direction to take that? That's the Chariot is wanting to take all of this in a direction. We got the 10 of Rings. This is abundance, physical abundance, stability, everything. We got the 10 of Cups, emotional abundance, everything. The 9 of Cups, self-satisfaction, self-happiness. 8 of Wands, moving forward, going through the process, taking those moves, making those moves, getting those messages. It's kind of fast moving, but you're slowing it down with your mind. You're slowing things down here so that you can make a good choice in the direction you want to go. I feel like you could be like, this is all just sitting here. All this wealth, this abundance, this happiness, even this alignment that's happening for your mind and your emotions is happening. And now there's a feeling of being nudged to take it forward towards a union or a partnership. But it's going to require that you want, and that you want this, that you want to move in this direction. So there is a feeling here of this direction energy of which direction to go, and making a really sound decision with yourself before you move in this direction, and move forward quite quickly in this direction, might I say. I think deep down you are feeling this feeling of success, a feeling of, I've made it through something here. I built something here. I built a lot here. Now I want this. I want to share it. I want to be connected to somebody with that I am, and that I am. The progress I've made, the alignment I have with myself and my emotions and my physicality. You know, there's a lot here. There's been a lot of growth happening here, Taurus. So let's go ahead and get a tree card real quick, shall we? New path emerging. Yes. Okay. So definitely something wanting to happen here. A new path, possibly with a union, a partnership, and compassion. But it's going to require, this new path is going to require that, it's right under this burden card. It's going to require that accountability, that compassion, that understanding that you're human and so is the people you're going to be running across with on your path. You could have somebody in your life right now that needs you to be human. It needs you to be compassionate. Whoa, we got 2 flippers. Energy and unique gifts. Interesting. Something special you have to bring here. The second, we also got on the bottom the second chakra. Sacral. I feel is what that one is. And it's about pleasure and creativity. And we also got energy. And this gives me fire energy. It's like I want to go further with something here. I want to connect with something here on a passionate, like I want that passionate connection. It's going to require the compassion that is here in the center, because there's something new happening here, a new path emerging. And you seem to have some kind of understanding of this. You have some kind of special gift here for the Tauruses that I am resonating with, or that are resonating with this reading, I should say. And it's some kind of confidence. I feel this gift has to do with confidence, and maybe turning your feelings, taking all these like thoughts and feelings and turning them into actual energy, something you can actually build something with, because we have a lot of physical building here. And that is a Taurus thing. You know, they take that spiritual and emotional energy and they turn it into things. They make things happen. They manifest. They are true magicians. I think kind of like I really feel like the magician is a huge Taurus energy. I do get that, you know, and it can be very, the magician can be very good energy, but it can be also very, you know, the magician can make somebody feel a certain way to where it makes them build something, or it makes them become more compassionate or beautiful, or, you know, there's just this feeling of like when we acknowledge certain things, it really does get in our head, and we do manifest from that place that tells us we're beautiful, or that place that tells us we're strong. And if somebody else comes along and sees that and has compassion and understanding for that, then it changes a part of us. It changes, it mutates. It transmutes. It transmutes who you are versus what you can be. It shows you the potential. It lets you move past the block of being stuck, holding a lot of stagnant energy. I feel like Taurus is really good with that. Let's see here, but there's some kind of passion here, some kind of energy coming in, and it's gonna require, where there's a will, there's a way, and using some magic, like some gifts here. And I feel it's a magician thing, so it may have to do with using some kind of resources you have, or to make something happen here. Transforming something here, Taurus. All right, let's get these. A relationship, I feel like. A new path, there's something happening here. Possibility of something new. I did switch decks, and I picked this deck, and it uses rings instead of pentacles. And this Ace of Rings is about having recognition and success with the lover situation. A relationship. Melody, music. This has been a theme today. Aries had some sound, a bell, and the inner sound coming up. And this is actually music. Like, this has something to do with, you know, maybe you're using a resource to go somewhere, or listen, like go to a concert, or listen to some kind of, or you know, I did just make this necklace, and I do believe everything kind of happens for a reason. Even the stuff I'm doing away from here, I'm like, hey, this is going to come in somehow. And this is the charm I had picked, and it says, when words fail, music speaks. There is something here you may be wanting to communicate or show some kind of compassion or understanding in your life towards somebody, and move forward with something, or create some kind of fire, some kind of desire, some kind of and it might be through music that this comes. It might be through a trip. It might be through we got Voyage on the bottom, and we got this 8 of Wands, which can be about travel too. And we also got unique gifts, so you could be an actual musician also, or you just have a knack for using energy or feeling energy, maybe more in sound than other. You know, it could just be a heightened sense of music or rhythm. You know, there's just this feeling of being in rhythm or needing to move forward with a rhythm. That's kind of what I'm getting. All right, so I did want to pull, let's get one of these. Music. Some kind of mystery, dark matter. There is something here you are not speaking about. It says, when words fail, music speaks. And then there's just a lot of energy here. And this butterfly is like something you could say. I've been getting this with your guys' readings. Like there's something you haven't said or you need to say. And it may be to take accountability or something for something in your life. But it could transform a relationship in your life. It could transform your whole energy. It could change a lot of things. It could bring you closer to sharing your true self, your true nature with others. It's a huge part of your growth, a huge part of your transformation. I feel like you guys may be feeling stuck in your transformation, at least the ones that are resonating with these readings, just because there is this energy that keeps coming through about speaking something here. There's something that needs said. And I feel like it is going to come from that sacral chakra. It's something, it's a feeling. I feel something. I want something. I desire something. But I'm not talking about it. But that's not what spirit is. It's this, something needs spoken, something needs said. I keep getting this message with your guys' readings. So there is definitely a lot. These are general, not saying everybody has the same, but it says the world still has mystery, and this is a fine thing. Just because you cannot see it doesn't mean it's not there. I love that. There is something here really magical happening, or you could be even creating in your life. It says you don't have to know the details of everything. Some things are better not revealed at this time. Have faith. Huh, interesting. So, maybe it's better not to have the reveal yet, or to speak about something. But I've been getting this immediately, just the image. I'm like, yeah, something in the Eight of Wands, that's about communication also. But it's like, no, King of Swords is very smart. He's very intellectual. He's keeping it to himself. Whatever this is, this messages, or whatever is happening on a deeper level here for you, if this resonates with you, this deep compassion, it could have something to do with being compassionate or showing compassion in a situation or towards yourself. There's a quietness about it. There's a quietness about your energy. Let's get what you should surrender. Surrender resentments. The umbrella, releasing some of your self-protection, aggression, anger, and releasing it, letting it go to the wind. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. It's a very good message. And let's look at your affirmation. Four of Pentacles. I trust I'm always safe and protected. So you could be in the Ace of Cups on the bottom. You guys, like, there's a lot of aces happening here too. This is a chance at something new here, a new beginning. You could be holding something back here, you know, holding something back, holding something in, not talking about something, not expressing something, holding it on your back, carrying it. That's what I'm getting. There's something being carried here. But it can be a gift for yourself and others to share this. And I'm getting that partnership energy. This could have to do with a relationship with the partnership and the lovers here, creating some kind of harmony and a supportive union between two people. And it doesn't necessarily have to be two people. It could be you and a job, you and a new place to live, you and a new path that you want to merge with. You know, that's the lovers. It's merging energies. So then we got the uncertainty. It's really unclear. Self-doubt and discomfort. And it said to get past the uncomfortable feelings. Two different cards, you know. This has a very uncomfortable feeling, you know, laying down our stones and showing people our baggage, you know, showing people I'm not perfect. But it also has a lot of strength. That's in itself its own strength. You know, we can get physically strong by blocking and carrying all this, and we can get emotionally and spiritually strong by putting it down. So that is the message I'm getting for you guys. I hope that helped somebody. And as always, I appreciate you guys coming and watching your message and your video. I hope everybody's doing well and taking care of themselves. And as always, I will talk to you later. Have a good day.